Hello, hello, hello. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. A very warm welcome to our today's global training event. I'm Lily Yap, your host for today, coming to you live from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Hey, we are already in year 2022. New year, new norm, new opportunity, and I'm sure many will be asking how to make the best out of it, right? So I'm very excited now to introduce today's amazing speaker. He is truly a very experienced and successful entrepreneur and has transformed many lives. He used to be having his business in Silicon Valley, and he saw the emerge of e-commerce in year 2011, right on it. And he is here today to share with us how to be getting started right. So everyone, let's please stand by your pen and paper. Let's welcome our Emirate Director, Robert Ting. Hi,
Hi, Lily.
Robert.
And the morning, afternoon, and night, everyone here is honored to be here today.
Well,
And
Robert, I know you have prepared something very interesting to share with us, right?
yeah, Lily, because from the beginning of this year, I think Samson, Vass, all the trainer we're talking about, how to set up a new plan for the 2022, because this year is a very, very special because we can see the light on the horizon, because even Omicron is kind of high, infectious, but it's not that kind of bad, so don't panic, and we are looking have some prosperity, this year. So today I gonna consolidate what we've been talking about at the beginning of the year. So I think in the new year, we gotta have a new start, and but what's the right start? This is my humble opinion, but I would like to share with everybody, and I hope that can benefit anyone who are looking for the bright future this year. Okay, so today I gonna have the short, the sharing, and after that, I'm welcome, Lady. You can join me, and we can talk about that. And for your point of view, you can ask some question, because they have some detail I maybe I cannot detect. So just help me with that. Is that okay with you?
Right. So over to you, Robert.
Okay, then I'm gonna share my screen. Just bear me. Okay, hold on. And, well, where I been? Okay, I got here. Share screen. So Lee, can you see the screen all right?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay, good. Then we're gonna start it. Okay. So today, just I wrap up, come with my experience and my idea is how to get started right. Because at the beginning of 2022, and people got a lot of plan. Right now is how to execute that. Okay, and that's my idea. So today's the training actually is for the people who are looking for the. Let me move this a little bit. Okay. Okay, today's training is for the new people. Okay, for looking for the this second income or plan B, and all for the people they are really the serious want to success in Chinese. Second is for the people looking for the sponsor new member and want to know what they should do to expand the team. The third is for the people, someone been in Chinese for a while and not yet get what they are wishing for. And I think this is a very good new start. And we all of us, you and me, we come into the Chinese this kind of business. We all want to be successful, and the success in the network marketing is like what you can see. The three pillars stable. One pillar is a company, and one is a product, and third one is, I can tell you later. So we check for the company side. Okay, we look at the Genas. Genas have the solid financial foundation, and they have a global market, very unique, advanced e-commerce platform, worldwide door-to-door logistic, and a world-class management team. And the most important is Genas culture, the people-oriented culture. Okay, I remember, Genas suffered the logistic issue at China around about 2 years ago, and a lot of order cannot ship in that period. So when everyone's still looking for the solution, running back and forth, our founder, Wendy and Randy, they made a most important decision because they decide to ship the product from US warehouse directly. And the Genas will cover all the shipping cost. When I heard that, I just in my mind say, oh my God, why? Because if you run the company and you know the quantity of the order, it was not shipped, I bet you will not do that. Why? Because it's not just huge amount of money Genas going to take a loss. And it's very, very difficult to reallocate the inventory. So usually, as far as I know, no company going to do that. Or maybe they don't have money, they can do that. But Wendy and Randy determined to do it, no matter what. I think it's only because why they can do that, only because they do care about the distributor. That's very unique, the people-oriented culture in Genas. A lot of people, they don't know in this industry, especially in the network marketing industry, the people who own and control the company determine the destiny of the company. That means they control your destiny of success here. And Wendy and Randy not just have the vision and the mission for Genas, they do care about the distributor. Also, they just one example they had done before. So that means they would do anything to make this company success. And what does that mean? That means if you go with the Genas, you have a lot of chance you can success. Okay, so for the company side, and for the product side, I think Genas have the product developed by the Nobel class scientist, and we have the 5 to 10 years leading edge biotech YA system. And most important is people like the product, people want to buy it, not just now and for the future, because Genas provide everything people ever wanted in their body. So that's why Genas is world top 20 company in this industry with $1 billion revenue every year since 2016. So if we look at the 3 pillars, company and product, and we found out Genas have everything we need to success in network marketing industry. Now, leaves the only variable of success is what? Is you. That means you and me. Okay, so did you ever hear the saying they say, I am the root of everything? So the key of the success is inside, not outside. So that's something I want to emphasize today, because we know you've been through a lot of training. They tell you how to recruit people, a lot of stuff. But today I want to talk about that is you. That means me, I. So we are more focused on the mentality side today. So before that, I will show a video of the Dr. Charles King. Dr. Charles King is, we call that academic guru of network marketing history. And this video was interviewed by network marketing pioneer Tim Sales around 25 years ago. The video may be old, but I think the wisdom still keeps the same. And we look at that first.
Dr. King, we're delighted to have you here.
I'm pleased to be here, Tim.
Dr. King, could you tell us a little of your education and your business background?
Tim, I'm a professor of marketing at the University of Illinois at Chicago. I got my bachelor's and master's degrees from the University of Texas in Austin, spent a tour of duty with the Exxon Corporation, and then returned to get my doctorate in business administration from Harvard University. More important to this discussion, over the last 6 years, I've been involved in doing research, teaching, and consulting in network marketing.
So coming from such a conservative school, and I know you a little bit, and I know you to be very conservative, what caused you to look at network marketing to begin with?
In 1990, we had a major economic recession in the United States. The Midwest and Chicago particularly were very badly hit. As a result, the interviewers stopped coming to campus. We were graduating hundreds of students a semester, and they weren't getting jobs. Our alumni were coming back to us, losing their jobs, looking for help, and we had nothing to offer them. Now, I started looking, because of my background in business consulting, at alternative career paths. I went out and I looked at starting your own business, at home-based businesses. I looked at franchising. I looked at direct selling. And in the direct selling arena, I backed into network marketing. Now, I was very cynical, skeptical. Tim, I was negative about network marketing. They don't teach network marketing at the Harvard Business School, and I didn't know much about it. The end result was one of my students who was on the team asked me, "Why are you so negative about network marketing?" I looked at that young man and I said, "Son, I know enough to know I don't want to know any more." That student looked at me and he said, "Professor, if I gave you that answer to that question with no more information than you have, you would give me an F." I turned to him and I said, "Son, you're absolutely right. I have no basis for that conclusion. You just made an A." As a result, we went to the library, we went to meetings, and for the next 6 months, we did due diligence on the network marketing industry. I visited the top companies. I talked to network marketing leaders. I became an evangelist. In 1990-91, we started teaching network marketing in the marketing curriculum at the university.
Suppose you run across the super skeptic. What advice do you have for them?
Tim, I would recommend they do precisely what I did. I was a super skeptic. I did my due diligence, I investigated the industry, and I drew my own conclusions. I strongly recommend that you do your due diligence and then begin to define precisely what role you want to play in the network marketing industry. Set realistic expectations. If there's a single cause for failure in this industry, it's the get-rich-quick syndrome. Thinking that you can come into the industry and make enormous sums of money with no work. I argue, by contrast, that if you set realistic expectations, you develop a plan of action to guide your business development, you can be successful.
So do you think it's what a coincidence, the history repeat by himself? And at that time, 1990-91, because Americans suffered the huge the economy crisis, and right now is 2022. And do you feel the similar? And we suffered the pandemic. Okay, so that's why I'm so touched by this video, because it provides so many wisdom. So the network marketing business is probably the best business in the world, at least from my point of view. And it's completely different from the traditional business. And I'm lucky to involve both. So I do know it's not how much money you invest at the beginning. It's not how smart you are. It's not what kind of academic degree you have or how good you can talk to make this business successful. It's the right mindset you had from the beginning to the end. Just like Dr. Chelsky said, you have to do your own due diligence to understand the nature of this business, to see is that suitable for you, okay? Because every business is different. Second, you got to decide what kind of role you want to play and set realistic expectation according to your why, your situation, and your available time. It's just like any other kind of business. It requires time, passion, hard work, skill, and the relationship with other people. So you cannot expect to enter the business and hope it will run by itself. Just like Dr. Charles can say, most people cannot success in network marketing because of get-rich-quick syndrome. It's the business didn't cause that kind of expectation. You can come in and do nothing and earn a huge amount of money. it's the people didn't care, didn't have the right mindset, and don't want to work hard to create that kind of illusion. So we got to know that's what's really going on, the nature of this business. So first, you got to have the right mindset before you do anything else. So the first step is to have the right mindset, and you must determine your why. Okay. Usually, when people first time enter this business, they probably have this kind of thinking. Oh, okay, I'm going to give it a try. Well, at least what they think, then probably they will not be successful here. When people die in heart attack and you just stand over him, you look at him and you say, okay, I will find you a doctor. Is he going to feel comfortable? What if you say, don't worry, I will find you a doctor and I am on it? Will he feel more comfortable? I think it's the same thing here. You cannot say, I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, you have to make serious decision here that you are going to be successful here. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, the second thing we need to do is determine why you are here. Why you are not somewhere else. Why you wanted in this business. Okay, I give you an example. I still remember, when I first time entered this business, I already been an entrepreneur for 25 plus years, and I made a lot of money in that period. So, but when the online shopping came at the year 2000, and I didn't take it seriously at that time, until one day I found out my customer, I've been known that for so many years, just came to my stores, to check and feel the product. Then they don't buy. They don't go to the cashier to buy. They go home to shop online for cheaper price. When I found it out, at the beginning, I was furious and I was angry, because a lot of them, they're my friend. I know them for quite some time. But gradually, I calm myself down and try to figure out what's going on, and which part went wrong. There got to be some reason here. I check that. I've been work hard every day since the day one I opened the business, opened my computer company. I even sacrifice my family time with my only kid. I invest tons of time and the money to go to different country to import new product. I treat my employee good. I pay the tax, honestly and on time. Okay, everything we should do, you name it, and I did that. But that's still what I got, So I come down and I check that. After examine all the factors, I found out, well, people still shopping, but they just don't buy it in my store. Then I know I got a problem. So my business were in danger. So I have to change. Okay, but that being an entrepreneur for such a long time, I cannot stand for working for another people. And at the same time, I tired, high capital, high risks, buying and selling, and the huge amount of inventory, endless in probably problem business. So what I gonna do? But at the same time, I still want to maintain the income level what I have. So that's my why. I need to find a way out. Okay. So after months of thorough evaluation, I decided to choose Genesis. And that's my journey. I started Genesis not full time, but part time, because I know entrepreneurship need time. They need hard work and skill. You cannot rush it. You got to go there step by step. So that's why I started with part time, because I believe Rome wasn't built in one day. And I know it usually takes 3 to 5 years to build a solid and profitable business. So through this way, and I can maintain the income, but at the same time, I can keep learning, experience the business until one day I feel it's time to go full speed, and I will go speed. So that's my why, and that's what I'm doing. So, and the third step is turn your why into a number. Okay, that means how much money you need to make every month to reach your goal. This is very crucial, and everybody knows that. But a lot of people didn't do it right here. Like Charles can say, you have to set realistic expectation. You know, in the past, I heard people say, I want to make, you know, the newcomer, I want to make the $1,000 first month. Great. $30,000 in third month. Okay. Ruby in 1 year. Emerald in 2 years. Diamond as 3 years. No problem, because I saw the people did that before. And I know internet is all achievable. But everything comes down to the bottom. The next step you're gonna is ask yourself, how much time and effort you committed to devote in this business every week. Okay, because everyone has different situation, different background, and different time flexibility. Okay, so you gotta just set your goal according to your why, your situation, and your available schedule. Okay, here, you know, we have the path for your revenue, because Jeunesse, you know, their compensation plan, they do design a path for people can reach that step by step. For example, you say, okay, I want the $1,000. Okay, then you know that the rank you gotta get is Sapphire or Sapphire 25, Sapphire 50, because yeah, so if you want $1,000 per month and you want something higher, you say, I want $3,000. Yeah, okay, then you can have the Sapphire Elite, because 100 times 35 is 3,500. So if you want something more, you say, I want the Ruby. It's great, because Ruby is a 200 cycle times 35 is $7,000. And you want to be Emerald, and you want a Diamond. It's all okay, okay? And how soon you can make it is completely dependent on the time and effort you spend on the business. So just like I say, it's all achievable, it's all makeable, but it's dependent on the time and effort you spend here. Okay, maybe your goal is not like what I present here, but you know, the Jeunesse do have a very clear path to success. Okay, so third one is digitize your why. The first step is something is very, very important, and I like that very much. So before, I want to show everyone, and I want to show everybody a video, you know, that's show what kind of journey and all the great people you know went through before they reach their triumphant of their life. Okay, watch this video.
After being cut from his high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He wasn't able to speak until he was almost 4 years old, and his teachers said he would never amount to much. Was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for television. Fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. At age 11, he was cut from his team after being diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, which made him smaller in stature than most kids his age. At 30 years old, he was left devastated and depressed after being unceremoniously removed from the company he started. A high school dropout whose personal struggles with drugs and poverty culminated in an unsuccessful suicide attempt. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything and that he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Rejected by Decca Recording Studios, who said, "We don't like their sound. They have no future in show business." His first book was rejected by 27 publishers. His fiancée died, failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, and was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never tried anything new.
So as you can see in the video above, all the great people demonstrate two the personality and the 2 characters they have. First, they never leave the field. They never leave the battlefield. And they always stay in the game. Okay. Second, they know what they are doing. They know their purpose. They know their goal. They ignore malicious slander, gossip of others, and all the negative energy. So I think it is same here in Chinese. You have keep doing what you should do every day, but not what you feel like to do. It's a journey. It do take time. I know that. So that's why mentality is so important. So because and I'm gonna show you, because nobody's business is always straight up. Okay, just like the life, it will have up and down. Just like our life. Okay, you can see that it's here. So I think everybody gonna agree with me, because you've been through that, just like me, like everybody, like all the great people, you know, the founding father, US, you know, something like that. Okay, and we gotta remember, life is not always smooth sailing. Success is not about what you did at the top, but the perseverance at the trough. And if you can keep doing what you are doing, and you will find out the button will go up. It's not like that kind of dip, you know, the button will go higher and the up down the curve will go smooth like this. Okay, you see how it go up. This means if you stay in the game long enough, then you will have a sustainable and stable income. So is that what everybody want here? The residual income. So you got to stay in the game long enough, because anything, any business, any career is take time. Don't rush. Just like Dr. Charles can say, avoid the get rich quick syndrome. And here, you know, I say just for the new people here, this, you know, because if you want to expand a team, you know, you're gonna recruit a lot of people. So for the new people here, the first 80 hours is very important. I need to specialize, emphasize this. Okay, and here is something I think we should do. You know, when the new people come in, don't rush to accent to go out recruit a new member. Instead, we need to show them where is the support, where is the product information, where is the self-training video, and how to use the back office, and how to contact the customer service. You know, we gotta make them feel they are not alone. Okay, they are not in this business, and you are not just signing them in and just make them make the money for you. So don't give them that kind of feeling. You got make them feel fun, and you know, they are not feel alone, and they will know there are millions of people doing the same thing like them. Okay, you gotta let them know they own the business. They are the boss, and they need to realize if you are the owner, you are the boss. You got to know self-learning is the key of success. Because why I mention this, because I've been through that before. I care my team, take care of my team, but you know, I just like babysitting them. So you know that if you the watering the tree too much, the tree will not grow up. They just die. So here, and a lot of people would think, say, oh, why I cannot find the people, you know, that want to do the business? because they are not so motivated, and even they have the motivation. They got to know where they can get the support and where they get the material. Okay, so there's something I think we need to reconsider about that. Okay, so like the first step, when people come in 40 hours, you can know your leader. Minimum is 3. Okay, so in the past, we found out a lot of people, after they came in and they want to do the business, and for some reason, his sponsor is not in the business anymore, and they just don't know what they're gonna do. Okay, so here is very important. When the new people come in, don't take that as your asset. They own their own business. They need to feel warm. They need to feel they are support. Okay, then you gotta let them know, operate his own online store in the back office, and then download the app, watch it online self-training library from the Gymnast school, or sharegymnast.com. Okay, here download. I think everybody know that. For English, you can go to the www.sharegymnast, www.sharegymnast.com. But if you are Mandarin speaking, it's fine, because in the Great China, they have wonderful gymnast school, and here is the website. So the most important, to activate the new member is to let them understand their why, and they find their motivation, and they can do the self-learning. If you check all the people, still stay in gymnasts, they all have one character. They will do the self-learning. Okay. So, after new member didn't feel warm, positive, and get a sense of his own responsibility, then we enter the expanding process. Okay, so you can all see here, you got to have name list. You got to find your wants, and you know that the cycle is inviting, presenting, closing, and launching. The second, be a qualified distributor and up rank to the J, blah, 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 blah. So I will not repeat the technique here, but here they have one thing I need to emphasize and bring out is more sapphire in your team is the secret to success in gymnastics. I think Lizzie, the generous of the Wendy, when she make the compensation plan, she didn't ask you if you want to be a director like Ruby, if you want to be Emerald, Diamond, you need to have how many Ruby you have, how many Emerald you have. No, only thing she asks in the compensation plan is like a Ruby, you can have the 4 sapphire. If you want to go Diamond, you just have 6 sapphire. So that's very important. You got to create the more sapphire in your team, and gradually you'll find out you have the stable income and you can up rank. Okay, more sapphire in your team is something I want you to remember. And the last is the final step, the teaching and the duplicating. Just remind what you are. After the new member come in and you guide him to the right mindset, determine why, self-learning, expanding, then they can what? They can go to his team to do the same thing, same cycle. Okay, so it's a cycle. Okay, it's very simple. So that's why people say gymnastics is very easy. Yeah, it's just the cycle you see here. But put it in your mind. When you are in this cycle, always ask yourself, are you happy here? And are you feel your true value in gymnastics? That's a very important. That's the way beside the why can make you go the long run in gymnastics. Okay, so it's very simple here. Okay, so I come to the, I think the almost end here, and I will bring something I personal think is very important, because somebody teach me that, I learned that, and I want to share with people here, especially in the gymnastics business. Look at me. I can use me as an example. Look at me. I was born in Taiwan, and I'm 60 years old. Okay, I don't have pleasant, appearance. Yeah, I know that. Okay, and I had strong Chinese accent and the mediocre in English ability, and I frequently use the wrong word when I say English, but it's okay. And I think I probably the last person should perform the English training. But anyway, I did it. I overcome all the obstacles. I did it. And not just one time, but numerous of times. Why? Because it's my responsibility to provide what we have for the team. That's my job. Second, breakthrough. I really want to see how far I can go. But it looks now, I think I'm gonna keep going and going and going. And third thing is, I do believe leadership is what you choose to do with what you have. I'm not perfect. I didn't know everything. I probably didn't the right candidate to do the training. But anyway, I do it. Okay. And I don't know everything, but I'm gonna provide what I have here for my team. So what I provide is my heart. And a leader take initiate and action. And the lead by example, I think, is the best policy and the best way to lead your team to success in Genex. Okay, so at the end, I'm gonna tell you the story, and it shows something here. I've been playing the basketball team since I was middle high. I'm not tall, just 5'11", but I do like basketball. So when I came to US, I say, wow, it's happening here. Why? Because they got NBA here. Right, so I'm gonna use NBA as an example. They have a team in Texas. Texas is one of the state, part of the biggest state beside Alaska in the United States. They have the NBA team in San Antonio. They call the Spurs. Okay, if you watch NBA, if you don't watch that, NBA is fine. Just listen to my story. The NBA team, they had the stadium, and every stadium they had a specialized locker room for all the NBA players. Okay, in a corner of the San Antonio Spurs locker room, there is a friend quotation from the famous social reformer and journalist Jacob Riis. Okay, this friend there, they actually got a friend there, and I know that friend been there probably over 20 plus years. Let me show you what the friends say here, and I think it's very touching. Okay, I read that. When nothing seemed to help, I go and look at Strong Carter hammering away at his rocks, perhaps 100 times, without as much a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split in two. And I know it was not that blow that did it, but all that had gone before. The NBA was very competitive again, and the player need to train day and night so hard. And it's something you cannot imagine to win the game. So even the championship team like San Antonio Spurs, they still lose a lot. Okay, and they use this quote as their motto to build up their winning mentality. Because the key of the NBA championship is mentally first, then come with the physical strength. So when you do everything you can do and you still lose the game, so what will you do next day? What are you gonna do next day? Only one answer: keep training. Okay, it's just like a 100 blow that didn't crack the stone. But if you don't keep strike on that, the 101 will not come in, and the cracking of the stone will never come. And I'm gonna use this as our mutual encouragement. So we gotta have this spirit. Maybe we do a lot of things we should do. Maybe we still don't get what we are looking for, but it's okay, because I'm just gonna, it's a journey. You never know when it's your 101 strike. Okay, and yeah, and I wish everybody had the best year in 2002. Okay, this ended my training. ING, not ING.
Wow. Thank you, Robert, for sharing so many important nuggets to us. Yes, I always remind myself that we are like the stone cutter. We may be at the 30 times, 40 times, 50 times, but always remember we need to strike it to 101, Robert, to make it perfect.
Mine maybe 90 right now. So I got a probably
Ah.
10 to go. I don't know what's yours.
So keep going, always stay in the
Yeah,
game,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Uh-huh. So Robert, can I ask you a question?
Sure, you are asking right now.
Okay. So just now you mentioned about Dr. King's note about some year back in year 1990,
Okay.
1991, that
Yeah.
fresh grads without jobs and so on. And you mentioned about now it's back to the same cycle. So we do see that not only the fresh grads, right, as you say, they are looking for jobs. We have many experienced professionals, businessmen, and everyone. They are also looking for opportunity and everything, which we do see our friends around us, and which is the best way. So I'm sure there are many people online here who would like to hear from you. Which is the best way to share out our this platform, the uniqueness, because I'm sure they do have other options available to them, but we need to bring out the uniqueness of GNS to them, to share like you.
Yeah, it's a very question. Okay, so that's my answer from my side. I don't know other people, So did you agree that the history gonna repeat by itself?
Yes.
Yeah, just like I
agree
mentioned
with that.
before, 1991 we had the exception in the United States. Okay, so the people losing the job, people in panic. But if you look at the pandemic right now, well, people losing their job right now. Even worse, people don't want to go out to work. People are scared. Okay, you can find out it's the same cycle. People suffer that, and shared genetics within is not the first priority. I think is what they really want. Okay, we are not go there to sell genetics. We are going there to help the people by listening. We all know we have everything people want to success in network marketing. But I know at the same time, not everybody suitable for network marketing. So really, I would suggest just open your mind. Okay, you want to help the people, but you help people smartly. Go to talk to them, listen to what they want, and open their mind. And they say, well, if you really something you don't have in your hand, something not handy, I got one business. So if you would like, you want to take about 30 minutes, I can share with you. This is what I've been doing, and I find out it's great. Okay, and I think maybe they can be suitable for you. Will be okay for you?
Yes, so because
That's
we have
information, yeah,
everything here.
and what they want, and you just share with them. And it's just something, people won't say yes or no. Can we control that? No, we cannot.
We can't.
I think the only thing, we can control in our life is not somebody else, but ourselves. Did you do your best? You have trained skill, you understand genetics culture well, you know what our product can do, what our platform can do, and what kind of opportunity we can give to people. And you just share with your heart, and that's it. Don't think, oh, I say this, my friend probably not gonna talk to me anymore. When I say this, he will not sign in. It is not our consideration. Just do your best to share and accept that, because yes or no is his problem, not ours. And then what you can do is do your best. So that's what I can do. I'm gonna do that. Okay.
Or we can bring them to our webinars on Monday and Friday for Asia here to listen to yourself and many other leaders here. That's the easiest part, right? So for us who are new here, who don't know how to share about this business, just invite them to our webinars. And yes, we can't control what they're thinking or what they want, or maybe it's not the right timing and they don't really understand about the business. So yes, we need to listen more to them, pick their interests. And
Yeah,
then,
you know, the one more thing, you know, because in Jeunesse, you just act like a consultant.
mm,
Yeah, they got a problem. You know, you think about what a consultant do. Listen to his client's problem and choose their expertise thinking to provide a solution. I think, you know, the Jeunesse, sometimes we just like that. Even they like the product side or the business side, I think is all the same. Just think you are a consultant. So that means you will not get hurt. A lot of people are afraid to get hurt. So you will not get hurt by the consulting the people. Okay, so that's one way you can adjust yourself. It's just a suggestion.
so to be a consultant, we need to be an expert, right? A professional. So
Yeah.
that's why just now you mentioned
you
about
got
the
a point.
self-learning,
You got a point, Lily. Yeah.
the self-learning.
Yeah.
So what's your
Self-learning is something is very, very important.
So what's your suggestion, Robert, for people who are just newly joined? How many hours is the best, I mean, for them to learn about the business, the back office that now you mentioned, Jim, about the first 48 hours, right? They need to know all this. So because the tools, everything is there for
That's
them.
something good at Jeunesse. You know, if you go to apply the job, okay, you got a tight schedule there. You got to punch in and punch out. But in Jeunesse, we don't have this kind of limitation because Jeunesse provide everybody a flexibility. Because there's something I think is very important, as in why, you know, I want people listen to Jeunesse, because you have your own job. Most of the people here, you have your own job. You got to go to work. Why? Because you need to maintain your income. But if you sit down and look at your whole schedule here, you still got some time that you can use. So what Jeunesse is good at, you can check that. And you always something, if you want something more, well, you got to give us something, right? So how many hours are you going to use? Depend on them. Just like Dr. Chelsea can say, you're going to understand the nature of the business and you're going to decide what kind of role you're going to play. I mean, it's include how much hour you're going to spend per week and what kind of label you want to get. Okay. And I mean, how far you want to go. And then you decide how many hours you can use. You can start from there. Just for myself, when the first time I do the business, actually I do that part-time. Like a lot of people, I'm fresh. I just got just like a white paper. I don't know how to do that. I never do the network marketing before. I know they got a future because I've been hurt by the online shopping. So I know there's the future, but I don't know how to do the business. So the best policy right now is part-time. Through that, you can learn and experience and see that, but that's under one condition, you determine to do that. Okay, it's very important. It's different from that. Okay, I gonna try it. No, it's different. You're gonna do that. You make up your mind. You make a decision. But technically, when you do that, you can do that from the part-time. That gives you some allowance and the flexibility. After you know everything, and then well, you are the person they're gonna know it's time to go full speed or not. So how many hours? Depend on them. Depend on what they want, what's their why, and something like that. No pressure, but I say no pressure is mentally. But at the mentally, you gotta decide. You're gonna make a decision. You cannot say I'm gonna give it a shot. No. I have the same job, but I want a way out, and I know Jeunesse is the future, so I'm gonna do that. But I can do that from the part-time. Okay, so that's what I suggest for the people when you come in right now. Probably consider what I'm doing. Yeah.
And when you achieve certain stage, certain ranking, Robert, that you decide to go for full-time here?
That one is just like what we mentioned, control in and control. If you focus on what you can do, you're controlling, okay? But you have goals there. And I'm telling you that gradually something gonna come out. Sometimes people hesitate to do the genetic because they are afraid. They feel something
Fear
gonna
is there.
happen. Feel like if I'm not success, feel like, what people gonna look at me. It's direct selling. Oh my God. Yeah. But it's not like that. You just decide that and you go every day. You gotta stay in the game. It's just a life up and down. Okay. But if you keep doing that, I'm telling you, they will come up. Do you know when? I don't know when. But I know if you could keep doing the right thing, have the right mindset, they will come. Because if you don't believe you can act sentence,
Yeah.
you can choose that up and down. And one chance come in, he grab it with whatever he got. And he become a double diamond.
That's right. So we see many leaders here who are always on the game. They get better each time, and it's so rewarding. Wow.
Yeah, even I'm not reaching time, but I know it's there. I'm still doing
You're
what
so
I
near.
should
You're
do
so
every
near.
day. Yeah. Okay. So don't
You're
worry.
almost there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's about time. So thank you, Robert, for your sharing of all the wisdom words with everyone here. So for those of you who are first time in this webinar, please, I'll encourage you to go back to your friends who invited you to this webinar. So to getting started right, as what Robert says just now. Okay, so I'm sure with your notes, get started right now with 2022. Well, I believe together, all of us with the right community here, we'll build a better tomorrow for everyone. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you, Robert, for your time and the great.
Thank you, everybody. And
lecture.
thank you for
Thank
listening. I
you.
hope
Bye.
everybody had the best for the 2022. Okay. See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Sure.
If you see something for yourself, get back to the person who shared this video with you. And don't forget to subscribe to the official USGS YouTube channel to receive future videos.